I don't feel like we have very many. There's so much brand management, and so many people are careful about what they're doing that I don't see, like, outside of the Brooklyn Nets, I don't see a lot of people actively looking to embrace the villainous role.
Aaron Rodgers seems to enjoy it. I mean, he does.
Oh, but do you think he wanted that? What happened there?
Yeah.
Yes. You think Aaron Rodgers?
Yes. That was so mean.
Yes.
He's been waiting for years to do that.
And awesome, by the way. Yeah.
He has been trolling Big Cat over the last few months, so this is the payoff to a storyline that's been going on the entire offseason, him really embracing the fact that he enjoys torturing the Bears fan base. And that was his piece de resistance.
And he's so good at it too, because Stugotz, how much of that Green Bay game did you see? I mean, that's the play that people are going to remember. He's pump faking, he's running. His season ended last year because he didn't do that. His season ended against Tom Brady because he didn't do that play for whatever the reasons are, and he told us that it'll haunt him. He ends up scoring. You guys don't think he would have said that, though, without the emotion of the moment, right? He wouldn't ever say that out loud. I don't agree with you guys that was something he knew was going to get caught on microphones. Like, I'm not sure how bothered he is by it, but I don't think that he knew that was something that was going to go out over the air.
Perhaps you're right, but there's no way of knowing how you're going to finish that game and score in that game. Listen, Justin Fields got it to 17-14. The game was close. Rodgers took the ball down the field, scored a touchdown, ran it in himself, got pushed a little, shoved a little, so that added to the moment. And then he just did what he did. Whether he knew that microphone was there and it was going to be picked up the way it was picked up, I have no idea. But he certainly wasn't shying away from it.
I mean, it came out so easily. It's not like, you know when you get in an argument and you wake up like a year later and you're like, oh, that would have been a great comeback. Like, he had that on the tip of his tongue. Like, he was ready to say it. He's wanted to say that forever. And he does own the Bears. So it's true.
Why do you think Aaron Rodgers isn't that? Like, he if anything, that's what he is, because he did it when he thought no one could hear it.
Oh, I'm not saying that that's not inside him. I'm just saying that the public quarterback in the State Farm commercials tends to be a lot more careful than that around the microphones. We were just talking about Lane Kiffin and his most authentic self. I'm not saying that's disingenuous. Yes, that poison was within him and it came hissing out. I appreciated the honesty.
Yeah, you're questioning whether or not us finding out about it was intended. I just saw the replay. Like, he looks directly into the camera.
Yeah.
The microphone and camera is right in front of his face. They are not adhering to social distancing. He said that so we could hear.
You know what? I would argue he probably said that another time and there wasn't a camera there and he was like, damn it, I got to do this again now when there's a camera in front of me.
He practiced it the night before in the hotel in front of the mirror. Yes or no?
He ran it in on purpose there, right?
Yeah.
No, yes. I own you. No. I still is the key. I still own you.
It was great.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at Batard Show. Did Aaron Rodgers practice "I still own you" in the mirror the night before the game? Whittingham also agrees with this. That he's like,
gotta get the cadence right on the still.
Yeah.
I still own you. I still own you. I still own you.
Go with two of those three.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I legitimately thought that he had said "I spit on you," which also works. I thought I had misheard it the first time that it came through. I guess I did mishear it. I thought all along that it was "I spit on you," which is a bit rigid, as it's something you would do in the 1800s. I feel like.
He said after the game, I guess sometimes you black out in a good way.
Apparently, a woman shot him double middle fingers, and that's what set him off.
Like, this becomes a national story. Let's mic the fans and see like all the things that Aaron Rodgers has had to listen to over the years. Fairly innocuous when you consider the division rivalry.
But Chris, that's funny. The double middle fingers is what set up. He was doing that regardless. Okay. When you practice it in the mirror the night before, which you guys are claiming, and I agree with you, by the way, you're doing that regardless of someone, giving you a couple of middle fingers. It was great.
Do I say I still own you while I'm doing the discount double check?
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you think that some woman was actually giving him double middle fingers?
I mean, it's Chicago, Dan. Yeah. That would have been the nicest thing a woman would be doing.
That wasn't him taking creative license with the situation to give himself permission to show that kind of quarterback arrogance that you never see hissed publicly. Joe Burrow got mic'd up during the Thursday night game where he says, just put the ball in my hand, it's over. But you don't hear that very often that way. You don't get that close to where the arrogance is on these guys.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is just lucky he didn't get a jar of Jardinera dumped on his head when he scored that touchdown. Double birds, like, all right, you're getting away scot-free there.
Chicago must hate him so much, like, because he owns you. It's 22-5 in the last 27 games, and he's been at the top of the division. He's been, whatever the Patriots have been to the AFC East, he has been to the Bears for 15 years. And as we've been talking around here, Stugotz, imagine this, right? Whittingham was giving you that list of Dolphin quarterbacks in the last 20 years. Go look at the Bears. Go look in Aaron Rodgers' life, some of the names that they have had there. And Chicago has just, for 15 years, he's their Brady. He's the Patriots. And Chicago loves football so much. And it's always like, maybe we can get past him this year with Rex Grossman. And they did.
They got to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
with Rex Grossman.
But that was the best of them. Like, look at the Bears.
Sexy Rexy.
Sexy Rexy, is he not the best Bears quarterback of the last 15
No, remember
years?
how
Jay
excited?
Cutler.
Yeah, I was going to say, remember how excited they were when they got Jay Cutler? That was a big deal. Was that
Yeah.
multiple first-round picks for Cutler?
Yeah. It was Kyle Orton, Grossman, then back to Orton, then Jay Cutler. I mean,
But
and Matt Barkley.
But the historical context of what he's doing in his retirement year, like, that's athlete arrogance on display. And that is the bleep you that these guys have hissing inside of them. That's after this offseason, and you accused him of tanking, and Billy accused him of tanking in week 1 when they lose 38-3. He's won 5 straight now, and now he just closes out his possible Packer career that way, in that place where he personally is responsible for finishing you and then reminds you of it afterward loudly.
There was the year the Bears tried to get him with Jimmy Clausen.
Guillermo, what were you saying?
He's not tanking, Dan. He's sending a message. We've gone over this a number of times. He's also not retiring. He's going to be back next year. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was in Green Bay. I said it.
Why did you say it like John Lovett?
I don't know. Felt good, though.
So what, you're out there with a Meek Billy exclusive? This is like the opposite of the Mike Ryan exclusives. I think that this should be the.
You need your own sound for.
I think that
Billy
you
Gill
should be the
exclusive.
number 6 international insider, according to some magazine in Britain. I think
The Guardian. Thank you very much. Not some rag.
I think,
Ever heard of it?
You're the newspaper guy, Dan. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man.
so go ahead. Give me how you are going to deliver your exclusives. Yeah, I said it. Is that super meekly?
It's not his retirement year. I said it. Furthermore, I wouldn't be surprised if he was back in Green Bay. I said it.
It doesn't have quite the same.
I thought a
flair.
sound was coming, so I
You
just
said it,
filled
that's gotta
with
be
the
his
idea.
tagline.
I was looking for one.
Yeah.
I wish I had more
No,
time.
it
I
doesn't-
said
no,
it.
I know.
You did say it.
You're waiting.
I can do it again.
We
Go
don't-
ahead.
All right, you
Go
wanna
for
try?
it.
No,
One more
let's-
time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's back up for a
See if
second.
this helps.
These are the
Right.
dangers of doing some of these things live.
How far back are we going on this?
Just you. All right, let's create the character. Billy football.
The whole take, Bill.
Billy's
I got it.
meek,
I got it.
meek football insider.
Guys, my process, please. This isn't going to be Aaron Rodgers' last year. He's not retiring this year. I said it. Also, wouldn't be surprised if he's back in Green Bay. I like that one
It
better.
helps.
Yeah.
Such a crappy sound system. You only got like some radio sounds found in the 50s and like just.
No, that's what the delay was. I was looking at the new stuff. I'm like, I got to go back to Old Glory.
Really?
Yeah, just searched in the J Drive.
Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Yeah.
Were you guys in radio when you had to make your own sound effects? Like you had to actually bring a cowbell or whatever?
You're asking if me and Dan were in radio?
Yeah, like back when like
Come on, man.
and you like pretend to be on a helicopter and try.
yes, that's.
No,
yes,
that was the camera, so not the helicopter.
That what a glorious time that must have been in radio. What a glorious time in radio that must have been, where you're just making your own sounds of like a horse clomping by putting boots on your hands.
That's straight up Fred Flintstone. That we can't do.
It's got to be copyrighted.
That's the Jetsons.
No, wait a minute. We have this library too. This is Mike Ryan just going through an attic filled with old cruddy sounds. So wait, this is our library. This is what we're
Looney
paying.
Tunes.
This is what we're paying for. This is the reason we can't have music because we're paying for this instead.
Shh, we're not paying for this one. This one. I was looking through
They're
that.
charging us too much.
Yeah, I was looking through that Bears quarterback list. That they've actually had so much success when you consider the names. Shane Matthews, Jim Miller. They even tried Cordell Stewart one year.
Slash.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Aaron Rodgers has owned. He's owned a decade and a half of, God almighty, Stugotz. This team's, this city's football identity was Ditka, was McMahon, was the 85 Bears spoofed on Saturday Night Live, a cultural phenomenon.
He's gotten to do this with the Bears, the Lions, and the Vikings. So maybe the Vikings have been at times with Brett Favre. Maybe they were the biggest threat to him. But for the most part, much like Tom Brady, he hasn't had that threat. Brady's just one more, you know?
I feel like listing all of these quarterbacks is actually making his accomplishments less impressive. Because it's like, this is what he had to go through. Jimmy Clausen.
Caleb Haney.
He did have the
Mitch
Vikings, though,
Trubisky.
with Dante Culpepper. Like, he did have that. Like, he had some good teams.
But
He had to,
there's no
Did he?
reason.
No, he didn't.
No, I think
he
Brett
didn't.
Favre
He
I
did.
don't think that's right.
Yeah, I don't
that
think
went
that's
all the
right.
way back to Favre?
Yeah, Culpepper.
Culpepper went to the Dolphins in 04, 05? That was around the time that Rodgers got drafted.
What happened to Favre, just in general? What happened there? Now he's stealing money from old people, allegedly. What
Yeah,
hap-
he allegedly embezzled like $800,000 from the state of Mississippi, I think, where money that was supposed to go towards like some public service of some sort. I don't know the details specifically, but I think recently he has been told he has to pay back part of the money. It's a big legal mess.
He has not been charged with anything, but it's an ugly crime. And Stugotz, we have seen him in the last part of the last, 8 years. I don't know that there has been a lot of places where you will find a decade of respect lost, right? For what you thought someone was, right? The height of Brett Favre was what? The height of Brett Favre was Monday Night Football, winning after his father died, and all of us just marveling at the courage, the strength, and the emotion. Gunslinger Brett, icon for America.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loved him, correct? Fun, enjoyed playing football, like obviously enjoyed what he was doing.
I'd say that or the Super Bowl. Like, what I'm not rejecting what it is you're saying, but that or when he won the Super Bowl, yeah.
But since then, it's been what Brett Favre, like all of that has come tumbling down. And that is what Aaron Rodgers replaced in Green Bay. Green Bay has had, God, it's amazing. 3 decades. Whatever the Packers were in the 50s with Lombardi, these two quarterbacks have made the Green Bay Packers uncommonly relevant, matter every year
Yes.
for 30 years. And yesterday, he ends Chicago and the start of their baby quarterback. Now, this is them investing in where they end up next. He ends them yesterday and gives us the soundbite for the day, correct? Like, this is the thing that people are going to be talking about because it's so uncommon to see the State Farm commercial salesman, bare his teeth.
He gave us I think he gave us the moment of the weekend, really. The soundbite of the day, the moment of the weekend. It was fantastic. He's fantastic. And I'm with Billy. Like, this is not, it seems like you're saying, hey, or Mike was saying it might be the last time he goes into Soldier Field and does that. First off, he's not retiring. Secondly, I'm not even certain he'll leave the Green Bay Packers. Like, that team is so good and built.
Billy just reported that.
No, it's a great report and a great thought by Billy. I'm giving him credit.
You
I
weren't
said
giving
it.
him credit.
Yes.
You weren't giving him any credit. Billy reported it, and you're just stealing it without giving him any
Well,
credit.
I haven't given it much thought until Billy
Until you
said
stole it. You didn't give it any thought until you stole
Well,
it
that's
from
why Billy is number 6 on the list of, best football analyst according to The Guardian. That's why he makes people
Billy,
think.
I don't feel like you've Billy. I
Yep.
don't feel like you've
I
done
said
very
it.
much with it. I don't think your ranking.
I'm not in it for the glitz and glamour, Dan. I said it.